Seul-ki, the star of Netflix's Singles Inferno Season 2, has captured the hearts of many, much like Gia did in Season 1. She's got that soft-spoken charm, a laugh that'll brighten your day, and she's not just kind, but also incredibly pretty. With most of the men choosing her in the end, you might be wondering, is that what it takes for men to get obsessed over you? So in this video, I will show you Seul-ki's personality and the mindset that shapes the essence of her magnetic charm. Get ready to see what makes her so attractive. Looking the part with your appearance and style is important, and all the girls on the show have that down. But the real magic of femininity is in what's beneath the surface. Femininity is about being comfortable with letting go of control, not trying to force situations, and staying in that receptive energy. And Seul-ki absolutely nailed this. When compared to Gia, Seul-ki's energy is totally different. While Gia presents a feminine confidence, Seul-ki radiates the vibe of purity and innocence, which gives her that ultimate innocent charm. Her approach to the show is an example of her understanding that opportunities will naturally present themselves. Instead of trying to take charge or dictate the situation, she simply enjoys the flow of the conversation, knowing that they'll eventually have to choose someone to go to paradise with. And this quality of feminine energy is not about being weak or passive. It's being confident and secure enough to be yourself, to express your thoughts and feelings, but without trying to dominate the conversation or the dynamics. It's a subtle but powerful charm that many find irresistibly attractive. For example, on the show, both Seul-ki and Nadine express interest in Dong-woo. Nadine took a direct approach by being upfront, but in contrast, Seul-ki chose a different path. She leaned back, enjoyed her conversations with Dong-woo, and patiently waited for an opportunity to arise naturally. She waits for the right moment and allows the connection to develop at its own pace. This approach is based on the understanding that her genuine interest and receptivity will naturally draw opportunities toward her. This ability to let things flow and stay in her receptive energy is a hallmark of Seul-ki's femininity. In her interactions with Jin Young, there was a clear chemistry and attraction, but neither of them rushed to assume a dominant or controlling role in their dynamic. Therefore, the connection didn't progress beyond a certain point. She understood that this connection might not be the best match for her, and instead of trying to force it or chase after it, she let it be. This is the idea that true connections are not forced. They happen naturally. If something has to be obtained through force or chasing, it might not be the right fit for you. Ladies, it's all about letting the natural course of events guide the way rather than trying to force or control them. Seul-ki's approach with Dong-woo is super laid back. She's not all pushy and doesn't try to rush things. Instead, she lets their interactions naturally evolve and progress. This chill attitude is not just attractive, it shows she's totally comfortable in her own skin and with the situation. Feminine energy often involves being in a receptive state, allowing the other person to take the lead or make the first move. Seul-ki's approach is to stay in this receptive energy, not rushing into things, but rather waiting for opportunities to arise. This approach can create a sense of interest and mystery as it lets the other person come to you, making them feel more in control of the situation. Seul-ki's talent for having a good time chatting with Dong-woo without rushing things towards a romantic ending is a clear sign of her feminine mindset. Her patience lets the connection grow naturally, and it reveals her sincere desire to get to know him, which can be super attractive. It's not just looks, it's her way of being and thinking that adds to her charm and attractiveness. Seul-ki's approach with Jin Young is a shining example of how she understands the dynamics of masculine and feminine energies. She took a back seat and allowed him to take the lead in their dynamic. She didn't rush things or try to seize control. Instead, she patiently waited for his initiative and didn't give in to the urge to take charge herself. This is a classic example of what happens when a man is in his more receptive, feminine energy. He might hope that you'll be the one to chase him. In many situations like this, when a man takes a more passive, feminine energy approach, there can be a tendency for women to feel impatient. They might think, if he's not making a move, I'll step in and take charge. It's a natural reaction for some, but if you want to adopt a more receptive and attraction-based approach, sticking with your feminine energy is the way to go. This principle extends beyond romantic relationships and can apply to various aspects of life. It's an attractive quality that shows both confidence and an understanding of the art of genuine connections. Now, here's where the lack mindset comes into play. In contrast, when someone operates from a place of scarcity, they might cling to a person even when it's not a great match. They start creating a false, idealized version of that person in their head and try to change them to fit that mold. All the while, they keep dating the person and secretly hope they'll magically transform. It's the lack mentality in action. So, the key here is that having an abundance mindset opens the door to more freedom and healthier choices, while a lack mindset can keep you stuck in a cycle of unrealistic expectations. Seul-ki's ability to walk away shows her abundance mindset, and it's a lesson in knowing when to let go and seek a better fit without trying to change someone into someone they're not. It's about making choices that are genuinely aligned with your well-being and your own values. If you're not willing to walk away from a situation that's not working, you could find yourself stuck in that same old pattern forever. And if you're aiming for that feminine energy role, that's not the way to go. At the same time, someone with an abundance mindset, when faced with a similar situation, is more likely to accept reality and choose to move on. They understand that there are numerous opportunities for meaningful connections waiting for them. Walking away doesn't necessarily mean the end of all connections. It's just a shift in direction. The thing is, people can intuitively sense your energy, even if you're not physically walking away at that very moment. Your readiness to do so, or the lack of it, is something that others can pick up on. Being willing to walk away is attractive because it reflects several appealing qualities that we often seek in people. It's a sign of self-respect, indicating that you know your worth and have high standards. This, in turn, demonstrates an abundance mindset, the belief that there are plenty of opportunities and you don't need to cling to something that doesn't align with your values. It's about making choices that are genuinely in line with your well-being and happiness. The willingness to walk away isn't just attractive. It's a healthy approach that serves as a shield against disrespect and from ending up with the wrong person. By making choices that align with your self-respect and high standards, you protect yourself from potential reasons to become bitter. You're absolutely on the money with this analysis. Walking away isn't just about showing self-respect. It's a clear indicator that you know your worth and hold high standards. It's like waving a flag for that abundance mindset, the belief that there are loads of opportunities out there, and you don't need to cling to something that doesn't sync with your values. Making choices that genuinely align with your well-being and happiness is the name of the game. It's not just about being attractive, it's a super healthy approach that acts as a shield against disrespect and getting tangled up with the wrong person. By staying true to your self-respect and high standards, you safeguard yourself from potential reasons to become bitter. It's a full circle of self-preservation that begins with knowing your worth, setting your standards, and having the courage to walk away when something doesn't align with your values. This, in turn, safeguards your emotional well-being and helps you stay true to your authentic self. So, there you have it. I hope this video helps you to be the best version of yourself. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys soon.